after we actually finished Sleeping Sweetly, it was one of those, okay, well, we got the record, now let's tour it, let's go. And I just realized whenever we were meeting with some of the investors, and it was time for the rubber to hit the road, that I just was so beat down and just like, even like spiritually hungover, like mentally hungover, physically, financially. I wasn't excited about music. I wasn't excited about anything. You know, it's been a couple of years, and I've taken myself a lot of time to just get back to my roots and back to, and even actually kind of ahead of myself as far as like just being at peace with myself, having time to pray, to know people, to eat right, to live right. And now it's almost like all that, like I've got hobbies, I've got real friends and stuff like that. I don't know, I think that has a lot to do with the acoustic record as well. It's like, we put out 2 rock records, it's gone pretty good, but I really, it almost felt like it would be a therapy for me to let this out and to see people respond to this. And I wanted that to stay the same while I recorded. And that was almost like an endeavor, just like, let's be very careful not to have any negative energy in the studio. This is a peaceful place, this is a peaceful record. And honestly, I'll probably be like that from now on when I record, because it was never, there were a couple times where we started to snap at each other on a long session and stuff, and just like, let's go home, you know, let's not do this, let's not argue or feel ill at ease at this, you know, this is one of those things. I want the seed to resemble the beautiful flower that we'll have in the end, you know, I want it all to be beautiful. And, you know, because when you record something, you immortalize it. I remember what that room smelled like, you know, whenever I tracked some of my first songs in my life. I remember what the room smelled like when I tracked in any studio at any time in my life. I remember it. You're immortalizing that, and that's what's beautiful, because on the flip side, when someone hears that, you know, somebody may be listening to that song the first time, they kiss the woman they end up marrying, and they remember what that room smells like. They're on the other side of the same song. It's like a whole, like the song's got its own little worlds. I was really excited about the songs I was going to track. I didn't know how it was going to embody itself as far as who's going to play what, or do I really need to learn how to play mandolin and piano for some of these parts that I hear. But I was just really at peace with it. I couldn't wait. And first song we decided was Flower Gathering, because it was very simple, just basic. You know, it was kind of one of those, like, you know, I want to sing with like paper thin falsetto, but I want to stack it up kind of Elliott Smith style. But just let it be one of the most peaceful little love songs ever, you know, so sweet. And it didn't take us any time. We sat back and listened to it, smoked a cigarette. It was like, this is nice, man. This is nice. Let's do it again. What's the next song? The Diamond. That's one of those that goes all over the place kind of songs. A lot of it's just like the personality of the road and everything like that. But the main thing that repeats in that song is like, send me home to my diamond. Hear my mockingbird rhyming. Feeling oh so well, ain't going to hell. And you know, Arkansas is the diamond state. Mockingbird is the state bird. A lot of writing poetry has kind of shown me how to be specific about a lot of things in an inspecific way in general. I think the main place where it showed up on this record was the song Smile. And I think also the song Smile kind of sums up the spirit of the record. That's why it's going to be the last song on the record. But as far as, you know, it's just pretty much a poetic prayer that I had written anyway. Like, I never set it to music. And so the poetry in that song, I think it really has been influenced by a lot of the books that I'd read in the past, and just kind of wanted to mimic it myself. Everybody who was there, to my knowledge, enjoyed every part of recording that record, and it was just a very nice time. For the people who did like our past music, I'd want them to give it, this record a chance, like a couple of listens through before you decide on whether or not you like it. Also, there may be some people who hear about this and hated our rock and roll. It's just like, hey, maybe you like this, you know, give it a chance, because you just never know. You just never know. I think it's a good record.